Last video we looked at the basics of direct and indirect realism. Go check that one out if you haven't already. However, we still haven't answered the most important question. Do you ever experience what's actually out there, or only what's in your head? By the end of this two-parter, I'll have shown you both sides of the argument, so you'll have the knowledge to make up your mind for yourself. First off, we need to look at the reasoning behind indirect realism. To show this, imagine two people looking at an object. Let's take a table, for example. Person 1 will see a different looking table to person 2, as we all know if we've ever tried to draw something from reference. If person 1 takes a mental snapshot of what he literally sees, it will show a small diamond-shaped table where you can't see the fourth leg, whereas person 2 would see a bigger square table rotated differently. It'll even be a slightly different colour for both of them, because the light won't fall on it on the exact same way for both people. Now say person 1 walks over to person 2. His perspective is always changing, so if we take a snapshot with each step he takes, what we're literally getting is a table that looks different each time. This might sound weird right now, but that's just because you're used to this happening with everything you look at. You're used to seeing nonsense. Here's the key part here. Obviously there's no table that changes shape, but that's exactly what's being suggested. So they're not seeing the actual table out there, since there is no table that fits what they're seeing. And since they've got to be perceiving something, and it can't be something external, the only thing that's left is something in our minds. In summary, this is what indirect realism is saying. It appears to you that there's a table that's changing shape. As a general rule, if it appears to you that something has certain properties, here a table that changes shape, then you've got to be seeing something, external or in your mind, that has those properties. So you're aware of some sort of table that's changing shape. But obviously there's no shape-changing table actually out there. So the thing we're seeing can't be in reality, only in our minds. Now say you could prove all this stuff with a table doesn't work. That still isn't a problem for the indirect realist. Let's start off with something that we know has got to involve sense data, an illusion. We've all had moments when we've seen something that wasn't there out of the corner of our eyes. That's a pretty good example. While it was going on, you couldn't tell it was an illusion, right? In other words, while it was happening, there was no difference between the illusion, where you were perceiving sense data, and what happens when you see normally. So since we know there's no difference, no change, between something we know is sense data and something we're not too sure about, we must always be seeing sense data. This is like a pretty solid argument, and a slightly worrying one too. The idea we're never seeing reality firsthand isn't a very comforting thought. Next video we'll look at some attempts to show it's wrong, and you can decide for yourself whether they work or not, but for now I'm going to leave you on that note. Feel free to leave a comment with your opinions on all this, or if you have any questions you'd like answering. I'd love to see what you guys think. See you in the next one.